Hello, everybody. What is up? Welcome back. I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day thus far. There is a fantastic storm brewing outside right now, so if you guys do hear the storm throughout the reading, I apologize. I'm personally loving it. As you guys can tell by the title, today's tarot reading we are going to be doing what is changing, what is occurring, what can you expect over the next 3 months. It's a variety of all those things, guys. I kind of just asked a variety of questions of what is happening over the next 3 months. So, as you guys can tell, these are the 3 piles. We don't have any crystals today. I want you guys to use your intuition just based on the images that you are seeing. We have group number 1 with our star, group number 2 with the tree, and group number 3 with our mice. If you guys need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you guys are free to pause the video and meditate now. If you would like to pick more than one, you're welcome to do so. However, because there's only 3 piles today, perhaps stick to one. Try your best to stick to one. And with that, you guys, the timestamps are in the description box. And once you pick a pile, I will just meet you in your reading. Group number 1, welcome to your reading, you guys. I accidentally started doing the reading without pressing record. I thought that I had pressed record and I guess I just didn't. We will talk about these 2 cards in just a second, but we will go ahead and roll our dice. We have Taurus and Aquarius. Hello, Taurus. Hello, Aquarius. Pisces and Taurus. I do believe you guys as well. The first time I did this, the roll, there was Sagittarius and Cancer here. So there we are with that. As always, if you do want a personal reading, I have those available at the beginning of every month. Okay. So I was really excited when I was pulling for this, you guys, because the question to today's tarot reading or today's pick a card is basically what can we expect over the next 3 months, but more importantly, what changes are occurring for us in this new year, right? We are at the beginning of the new year. The stars are here and the writer. So what this is representing is you, group number 1, if you picked this pile, you are taking action towards your dreams. You're taking action towards your goals. You are not just sitting around in la la land and daydreaming about things that you want to accomplish this year. You're not sitting around and saying, oh, I really want this. I really want that. I really want to make more money. I really want to fall in love. I really want to lose weight or gain weight. I really want to buy whatever. Insert your dream, your desire, your goal. You're not becoming or you're not sitting in complacency. You are taking an active role in what you are trying to manifest and what you are going after. The new year may be very motivating for those of you who picked this pile. The idea of a fresh start may be something that is pushing you towards actually taking action. So that is really exciting that we have both of these cards here. Now, obviously, you guys, everyone who picked this pile, your dreams, your goals for this year are going to be different depending on who you are, depending on your life, depending on a variety of different factors. So keep that in mind that this star is specifically representing your dream, your desire, your goals, okay? Can we please get a message? Okay, we have the 9th house. This is seeking. The 9th house represents higher education, travel, foreign travel. We also have the 3rd house and sextile. Sextile brings up opportunity. It makes opportunity perhaps a little bit easier to obtain or a little bit more realistic. And the 3rd house is talking about how we are vocalizing or how we are going about communicating. So I will quickly just read these off. The 3rd house, like I said, is perception, speech, thoughts, social media. Some of you guys could be using social media to your advantage, or you could be implementing aspects of social media to pursue whatever your star is, okay? We have dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussion, surroundings, and sociability. Socializing more could be a part of what your goal is. Networking, sharing your voice, perhaps sharing a message, getting something out into circulation, okay? Again, the 9th house, like I said, is travel, higher education. So foreign travel, adventure, higher education, customs, faith, belief. Yeah, it is also about faith and spirituality, aspirations, journalism, religion, gurus, and risk-taking. And then sextile opportunity: collaborates, assists, explains, provides opportunity, creates possibility for, opens doors, promises, brings insight to, communicates, welcomes, and develops. What's really exciting to me for you guys, group number 1, is all of these cards that are showing up. It is telling us that you have an idea. You have a thought, you have, again, a wish, a desire, a goal, and you are taking action. Not only are you taking action though, group number 1, there is opportunity, there is doors opening for you. So I do believe for a lot of you who picked group 1, this year is going to be a little bit easier than years prior. This year is going to be a year where, yes, you are, again, let's say you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to make more money. It's going to be easier for you to do these things. It's going to be easier for you to reach your goals. And I do believe that that is due to external factors. You know, sometimes when you're trying to make more money or trying to produce a more financially healthy environment for yourself, it's difficult depending on who you're around or where you're living or what you're consuming visually, or right? There's many different factors that contribute to why a goal may be unobtainable, but I do believe that the external factors in your life are going to be providing an easier path forward for you. I also do believe a lot of you are going to be willing to take more risks in 2026. You're going to be in the mindset, especially for the first 3 months, to be a little bit creative and to push yourself to do things that may be a bit uncomfortable. Jumping now straight into the tarot cards, can we please get a message? The 9 of Swords. Don't love that. One more. 8 of Cups. Okay. So if you guys, yeah. There is a death that has to occur for us to get here, guys. Okay. I'm happy that this showed up because obviously I don't think that it's realistic that you're just going to wake up in the new year and be like, okay, I have not been motivated for the past 10 years. I have social anxiety, or I've been fearful, or I've been hesitant. And 2026, I'm just going to wake up on Thursday morning and everything's going to be different. No, there is a death that is occurring for you guys. And this is an important element to you moving forward, to these opportunities opening up. So the 9 of Swords, what this tells me, what has to be addressed is your mental health. Okay. I want you guys to really, really prioritize your mental health and your mental stability. For the first few weeks of 2026, for the first few weeks of whenever you are watching this, please do prioritize taking care of your mental health. For some of you, you need to go see a doctor. You need to go see a professional. Okay. I am not a professional. I am not in the healthcare industry. So that is, please do seek that if other people have told you you need that, or if you feel like you could possibly need that. It's better safe than sorry. That's top of the list. For others of you, this is going to be simply you getting more sleep, you drinking more water, you taking yourself out of stressful or dangerous environments, or environments that are draining you, cutting off people who may be draining for you. But this is addressing mental health struggles, mental health issues, right? This death is representing we have to let this part of our lives go, or we have to release what is toxic to us so that we can move forward. That 8 of Cups is actually representing leaving behind what has been holding us back. So again, I am very excited for you guys, group number 1, because I do feel like this is showing the progress, or the step-by-step, like what you have to do to fully step into this new year and take those risks and move forward in a very action-oriented way. Can we please get a message for group 1 on what massive changes? Have faith in your dreams. This is a waxing crescent moon. We also have the energy is gaining momentum. There's so much progress happening for you, group number 1. There's so much progress happening for you. Please don't be scared. For those of you who have big ideas or big dreams, I don't want you to feel like it's too much or that it's impossible. Again, for some of you, you have goals to travel, or you have goals to pursue education in a way that may be a bit scary, or it may feel overwhelming. And I don't want you to feel like you can't accomplish something this year, because I do believe that those doors are opening. I do believe there's going to be a massive amount of opportunity available for you, group 1. Okay. You and your loved ones are safe. I do believe that oftentimes feeling safe is the baseline, like what we need in order to pursue things. But I also think that you guys have to be comfortable with doing things that are not familiar. And Cancer energy, as somebody who has a lot of Cancer in my chart, I have a lot of Cancer, a lot of Scorpio. This is not healthy. This is not going to get you where you want to go. You have to be comfortable with being outside of your shell. You have to be comfortable with exploration. You have to be comfortable with dabbling in different ideas or different ways of going about your goals, okay? Can we have a message for group? Beautiful. We have more friendships blossoming for you guys. We have home. Let's get one more. Massive changes happening. Lighten your load. So I do believe for a lot of you, this is going to be a mental load. For others of you, it could be quite literally like perhaps having your bills decrease, or having perhaps someone come in and help you and like literally help lighten your load with your responsibilities. But for a lot of you, the lighten your load is going to be representing like the mental relief that you are experiencing in the beginning of the year. Home is interesting to me. For some of you, this could be representing like moving, right? Like moving into a new home. Others of you, this is talking about feeling safe, creating a safe environment within your home. Friendship showing up is interesting to me as well. There could be changes within your friendship dynamic, group number one. It's also possible you are meeting new friends that are helping you feel or helping you move in this direction of positivity. Okay, I think what we shall do is we will get one more and then I will let you guys go. Can I please get a message for group? Yeah. So this is just kind of reiterating what I've already said with Sagittarius showing up here, you guys. Sagittarius is connected to Jupiter, and Jupiter is the luckiest planet. Jupiter blesses you with so much luck and abundance and expansion, and that is what I'm seeing for you guys, group number one. So please do really roll with this momentum, really roll with this energy, because I believe that if you continue with this, you continue pushing yourself and taking those opportunities that are presenting themselves, I do believe you are going to be in a really positive space for 2026. I love that Sagittarius is here. I think that a lot of you are going to indulge in exploration, again, perhaps higher education. I do believe for a lot of you financially, things are going to be moving in a healthy direction. And with the Black Moon Lilith, I find that interesting. This again could be talking about things that we have to address mentally, right? Sometimes the Black Moon Lilith expresses herself in a way where it's like we are like the harshest critics on ourselves, and that potentially could be holding us back, or we are perhaps holding ourselves to an image that isn't necessarily accurate anymore, or who we are anymore. So with the Black Moon Lilith, I want to encourage you guys to embrace all parts of you. I want to encourage you guys to embrace the good, the bad, the weird, right? And also there's something that comes up here with judgment. The Black Moon Lilith, I do feel like oftentimes, depending on where she's placed or depending on how this is expressed within your chart, I do believe that this is representing having this feeling of judgment or experiencing judgment in a particular area. And I just want you guys to understand that no matter what you do, like the world is going to judge you. It doesn't matter how perfect you are. It doesn't matter how beautiful you are, how handsome you are, how smart you are. Somebody is going to find a reason to judge you. That is just unfortunately the nature of a lot of people. And they suck, and they shouldn't matter. And I don't think that you should ever allow yourself to like manipulate or move your life in a direction that is, oh, I'm doing this because I want to make other people happy, or I'm seeking approval, or this person's judging me, so now I feel embarrassed to do that. Like, who cares? Who cares? If somebody's making you feel embarrassed, they are weird. They are weird because we are literally floating on a rock in space and we are here for a certain amount of time. Who freaking cares? Do what makes you happy, do what lights you up. And I feel like this could very much be representing or connected to that Nine of Swords, where we are holding ourselves back due to things that are going on with us internally, or mentally, I should say. And then the South Node, life stats, we are letting go, okay? So I do believe, again, for you group one, the beginning of the year is us releasing. And in that release, we are receiving the ability to move forward. So I am very excited for the doors that are opening for you, group one. I'm very, very excited for you. Thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you today. I do appreciate it. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys are excited. I'm sending you so much love, and that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group number 2. Welcome to your guys' reading. We are going to start off with our zodiac dice. Oh, we have Aries, and we also have Pisces. Hello, Aries. Hello, Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising. Scorpio and Libra. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising. Taurus and Scorpio, sister signs. Hello, hello, Sun, Moon, Rising. As always, if you guys do want a personal reading, I have those available at the beginning of every month. Can I have a message? Oh, okay. Interesting. So, group 2. If you picked this pile, I don't want to say this is going to be a rough reading because I don't know that as of right now. These are 2 cards and I don't feel confident saying like, oh, this is going to be rough, but it may be. So prepare for that. I do think that there's positivity here because we have that tree, but mountains inherently, I don't know if any of you guys have ever tried to climb a mountain. Personally, I have. Not the easiest thing to do. Definitely not the easiest thing to do. So when I see a mountain show up in a reading, it is a really beautiful thing, but it's also really challenging. So a lot of you who picked this pile, it could be that you're at the beginning of this journey, right? You're down here and you are about to take on this massive monumental challenge of the mountain, or perhaps you have peaked at the mountain and you're headed down and you are headed more towards this energy of the tree. And the tree is representing groundedness, stability, setting down roots, right? Feeling strong and stable. It's also representing knowledge, wisdom. What I will say about both of these energies is the mountain and the tree are both very strong. This is representing not having the ability to be moved. Now, obviously, a tree can be cut down, it can be, moved, but this is strength, both of these. It's representing the ability to stand strong even during storms, the ability to really ground yourself within the earth, right? So when I see this, I do want to relay the message to you guys that you are strong. For some of you, again, this challenge is over and you are headed towards this, like rooting yourself and perhaps feeling very calm and at peace and finding somewhere that feels like home, finding somewhere that you want to place yourself for a long period of time, whether this is a relationship, whether this is with work, whether this is a physical home. I don't know exactly what the tree is representing for you, but it's an area of your life or something in your life that's going to provide stability. Okay. So with the mountain, let's go ahead and get some astrology for you guys. Can I get a message for group 2? So when Aquarius shows up, it's not that it's bad. Aquarius, however, is connected to Saturn energy. Saturn is a challenge, right? It is meeting a challenge or coming across a challenge and delays and setbacks and lessons. And like I said, there is wisdom to be experienced or appreciated with the tree. So what I find interesting about Aquarius is the fact that this is oftentimes energy that is a little chaotic, or it may feel like there's a lack of stability within this energy. So we have experimental, rational, unique, liberal, electric, group-oriented, humanitarian, free radical, diverse, futuristic, utopian, disruptive, edgy, and detached. We have Pisces here. Some of you guys could, now the reason I'm saying this, I do believe that Aries showed up here in the dice. I am very aware that Saturn is about to enter Aries in February, and it's coming out of Pisces. So that is kind of what's triggering me to connect these two. You guys could be either closing up or ending your Saturn return. Some of you guys could be starting your Saturn return. But regardless, with Pisces, this is bringing an element of spirituality. So there could be perhaps some spiritual truths that you are reconciling with. For some of you, it could very much be like a dark night of the soul type of experience that you are about to experience, or a moment in time where you feel like you have to do a lot of self-reflection, where you are going through perhaps a purging of sorts. Pisces is imaginative, compassionate, healing, empathetic, mystical, adoring, magical, allowing, dreamy, enigmatic, spiritual, emotional, escapist, impractical, oceanic, self-pity, and illogical. And we have Cancer here. So feeling, sympathetic, comforting, nostalgic, protective, intuitive, birthing, tender, nocturnal, caring, moody, receptive, lunar, sentimental, introverted, defensive, and family-oriented. Again, there could be a change in living conditions or living environment, I should say, for those of you who picked pile number 2. Regardless, I think the main message still stands of, for some of you, you are at the bottom of this mountain and you are about to embark on a journey up the mountain. There will be challenges, there will be delays, there will be setbacks, there will be moments where you have to take a step back and sit down and take a rest and be like, okay, this is a lot. Let me brace myself. And others of you, you have already peaked this mountain and you are headed back down the trail, and again, finding your place of stability, finding your place of groundedness where you feel ready to root yourself. All right. What is this? Yeah, the Hanged One. So this is a lack of momentum, a lack of movement. For those of you who have been sedentary, this is going to be quite a wake-up call. I don't think the Hanged One is necessarily going to be relevant for all of you, but I do believe that there are some of you who are watching this, where it feels like your life has been very monotonous, or again, sedentary, where there's not a lot of movement, or there's not a lot of you challenging yourself. And the energy that I'm getting, or like the phrase I want to say, is you are comfortable in uncomfortability, or you are familiar with being uncomfortable. And that almost feels like the energy you're choosing to stay in, not because you're happy with the circumstances of your life, or not because you're happy with your relationship or with your job or with this or with that, but because you are fearful of how to go about change, or you're fearful of what change could bring. Again, it's not that you're necessarily happy or satisfied with what's in front of you, but it's that you are afraid to take the first step of what's up here or in front. Can we please get a message? Perhaps that's a really important thing as to why this mountain is occurring for you, right? These challenges are happening because you won't choose to move any other way, or you won't choose to make the necessary changes without being pushed to do so. Yeah. So I do feel more confident now saying this is a heavier message. The Ten of Swords is a tragic ending. It's something coming to a close, and it's not because we're choosing for it to, but it's because it's like forced upon us. So again, I want everybody to hear me when I say this. It's very likely a lot of you are at the peak of this mountain and you are headed back down, and you are finding peace and that feeling of safety, security, feeling grounded. But also there's a lot of you who picked this pile where you're just right here. You're just right here and you're about to start this journey. There are endings that will occur for you that are not going to be comfortable. I don't want that to scare you or to make you feel like you shouldn't look forward to what is ahead. Yeah. So this is what I'll say, group 2. The harder you hold on, the more uncomfortable the change is going to be. If you allow this change to occur, the ending or the cycle that you are about to close will be a lot less painful, but you have to be willing to let it go. Like, you have to be willing, group number 2, to release what is trying to go. The harder you hold on, the longer you hold on to what is not meant for you or what's not working, the more painful it's going to be. For those of you who choose to accept the change or to accept what is naturally falling away in your life, it's going to be a lot easier for you to transition. And I believe opportunity will come to you a lot quicker. Okay, because we do have opportunity here with the Ace of Coins. Now, this is opportunity financially. This is opportunity when it comes to your abundance, when it comes to something like monetarily, okay? For some of you, yes, it could have to do with love and relationships. However, it's just for the collective who picked this pile, the vast majority of you, this is going to be financial opportunity. I think I want to get one more tarot card before we move forward. Can I get the Pillar? Okay, so that is the tree, guys. The Pillar is our Hierophant. The Pillar is our Hierophant, and that is, again, stability, doing things in a more traditional way, walking down a path that is laid out in front of you, or more traditional, I should say. And again, some of you are going to, this is going to sound so bad, and I'm sorry, guys, but some of you are choosing to take a more difficult path up the mountain, and others of you are perhaps looking to other people, or you're looking at other people who have made bad decisions or people who have made mistakes, and you're like, you know what, instead of making my life more difficult, I'm going to take the easier way up the mountain, or I'm going to take this path that seems to be where there's less friction, right? Or less resistance for me. So I really think that that's what this Pillar is coming in to say, is like, yes, there is, again, stability. Once we peak this mountain and we're headed back down, there is stability. There is perhaps more consistency within your life. But I think that it's a choice. Like, you get to choose how soon you get to experience that. Are you going to hold on and take the long way, or are you going to take the shortcut? Can I get, we have Death. We also have Arrival. One more. Space Love. Space Love is representing unique love, or love that is not necessarily typical. Again, the death is an ending. The ending is occurring whether you like it or not. You can go and allow it to happen and not resist the change that's occurring, or you can be resistant. The Rival's interesting to me because it does feel like not necessarily self-sabotage, although it could be. It could also be there's somebody in your life who is perhaps not necessarily wanting the best or sending out the best energy for you. Okay. You know what? I think we should take it over here. What changes are occurring for group number 2? Oops. We have bring love into the situation. Take time to breathe out. Again, as you're going up that mountain, make sure you pace yourself. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to, break down even if you need to. Luck is on your side with that new moon in Sagittarius. Interesting. I don't have much to say on the moon cards other than, yes, take a break when needed. Take time to breathe out. Bring love into the situation. Yes, of course, I think we should bring love into every situation, so there's not much for me to say on that. And then luck is on your side. I feel like at times it's going to feel like luck is absolutely not on your side. Ultimately, I do think these changes are occurring for you guys for a reason. And I do think that those reasons are positive. I just think it may be difficult to see that in the moment. I do want to see what those changes are going to be. Clarity, trust. What are those changes going to be? Talent, forgiveness. Okay, so a lot of you guys are receiving clarity on things that you need to receive clarity on. You may be forgiving individuals in your life moving forward, forgiving yourself. The trust is interesting. Yes, you may feel at the end of this that you have more trust in the future, trust in the universe, trust in God. Talent is really what is standing out to me. This could be pushing you to uncover a new talent about yourself, or perhaps reconnect to something that you are really talented in, something that perhaps you haven't done in a while, or something that you perhaps aren't expressing currently. This could also be receiving opportunity through something that you are very talented in, or talented at, I should say. Okay, final messages for group number 2. What can they expect in the next 3 months? Perfect. Okay, so Grand Cross Provoker. Oh, okay. We have the second house. Again, guys, the positivity that I see for you, group number 2, is money. Financial opportunity, financial growth. That's what I see for you. I know space love has come up for you, but love doesn't feel significant in the next 3 months for you guys, group 2. Okay. It does feel like we are more focused on the mountain that's in front of us and letting go of the things that we have to let go, and kind of dealing with the fallout of like, I don't want to let this thing go, but I know that I have to in order to move forward. So that feels like the focus. Leo is being seen, being heard, having the spotlight on you, more attention. Saturn return, this all very much feels Saturnian. Again, some of you are starting the cycle, some of you are ending the cycle. If you're ending the cycle, get excited. If you're ending the cycle and you learned the lessons that you needed to learn, get excited. And then the North Node with our life purpose. It feels like this whole reading, you guys, is all about redirection. And redirection so that you can have more stability in a practical way, or in a way that can be more long-term, in a way that is more focused on you and it's not so much focused on other people or external things. So it feels like you're creating the stability for yourself, or it feels like you're able to harness this financial opportunity and use it so that you can, again, move forward in a more stable way. I do feel like there's a lot of lessons that you guys are learning. There's a lot of knowledge that you're taking in, which is going to be really valuable later on. And yeah, that really does seem like it for you guys. Some of you guys are obtaining these opportunities through, again, something that you're talented in. And this may be directly tied to that Leo energy of having eyes on you. Okay. So that is what I have for you guys, group number 2. Thank you guys so much for letting me read for you. I really do appreciate it. And honestly, guys, I know this is a little bit rougher, but I am excited for this group because I feel like the end of this is really positive. The beginning's rough, the middle's rough, but the end is really beautiful and positive. So I am excited for you. I'm sending you love. Please enjoy the rest of your day. And that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group number 3. This is the 3rd time that I've tried to film this reading for you guys. I don't know why there's been so many delays and setbacks, but here we are. We're going to start with the dice. Aquarius and Capricorn. Hello, Aquarius. Hello, Capricorn. Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Cancer and Capricorn. Hello, Sun, Moon, Rising. Scorpio and Sagittarius. Hello, Sun, Moon, Rising. Okay. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and start our shuffle. If you guys do want a personal reading, check out the description box. I have those available on the 1st of every month, unless otherwise stated. Can I? Oh. Huh. Can I get one more? I'm not gonna lie, guys. I think I'm gonna have to, obviously I'm gonna pull more cards, but this isn't giving me very much. The moon is talking about our intuition. So perhaps connecting on a deeper level to your intuition. I don't necessarily know why that would be super important to relay that message to you guys for the next 3 months, but your intuition could be coming into play, or relying on your intuition could be something that is going to be very beneficial for you over the next 3 months. The clouds are obviously talking about it being cloudy and perhaps not having clear vision. Maybe that's why your intuition is so important here, because if things that you can't see, perhaps you can feel internally. So that could be something that's going on. And then the mice is a little bothersome to me because this feels like survival. This feels like I will do what I have to do to survive, even if it's not pretty, even if it's not necessarily the most glamorous, or even if it's something that is frowned upon, which feels, again, I feel conflicted here. I personally really love rats and mice, so this isn't any shade or negativity towards them as little creatures, but they do have a tendency to really, again, put themselves, I don't want to say put themselves in situations where they have to survive, but they are really good at surviving, even if it's in a way that is disgusting, or in a way that is not necessarily the best conditions for them, right? So my struggle here is I don't want this to be a negative reading, but this feels very much, again, like you're walking into the next 3 months not necessarily knowing or having a clear vision of what to expect, needing to rely on your intuition because you don't have clarity, and perhaps being in a mindset, a survival mindset, right? Which, again, this isn't, like, I appreciate the message for what it is, but I don't know how helpful that's going to be for you guys. So let me continue to see what else we can get. Can I get a message for group 3? Interesting. And we have Virgo, we have Leo, and we have Scorpio. For some of you, this could be your big 3. If that's the case, this message is probably especially for you. What I find interesting is these are all very different energies, right? Virgo, an earth sign, Scorpio, a water sign, Leo is a fire sign. The only thing we're really missing is air. But are we? Because we have the cloud who is blowing air around, which I find interesting. I don't want to read these off because I don't necessarily think that these are, again, prevalent. I will just rattle off a few of the main points of each card. So Virgo is going to be an energy that is very methodical, aligned, ritualistic. This is oftentimes described as an individual who possesses, like, someone who's a planner, right? Someone who's a little bit type A. I have been blessed with many Virgos in my life, and unfortunately, I don't think I know a single Virgo who is type A. So that doesn't necessarily mean, if you are watching this and you're a Virgo, that you are like that, but perhaps you are approaching the next 3 months with the mindset of having a desire to be more organized, or having a desire to be more ritualistic with your day-to-day schedule. Scorpio is a very intense sign. This is transformative energy. This is really primal, and oftentimes this is representing change that's occurring in your life. And then Leo is fun and vibrant and expressive. This is a creative energy. This is somebody who is perhaps receiving a lot of attention. Unfortunately, you guys, again, the oracle cards don't seem to be giving me clarity. Like, I feel like I am lacking clarity on where this reading is going or what the message is. So I do want to circle back to the tarot and see if we can find a grounded message here for you guys. Can I get a message for group 3? We have the Hermit, which is connected to Virgo energy. Can I have a message for group 3 on what is happening in the next 3 months? What changes are occurring? Okay, we have the Ace of Swords. That's clarity and a breakthrough. Judgment. Wheel of Fortune. Things are changing. Ruler of Cups. Sovereign of Swords. Conqueror of Wands. Again, guys, the message doesn't feel super clear to me. We're going within. We're doing a lot of soul searching. We are spending perhaps a significant period of time with ourselves. We're reflecting. Perhaps we're reflecting on the year that just passed, or the few months that have just passed. Maybe we're making decisions on how we want to approach this upcoming time period. The Ruler of Cups is like emotional maturity, so trying to move about your life with emotional grace, reacting to things or responding to things, I should say, in an emotionally mature way. The Sovereign of Swords is independence, a willingness to cut things off, or a willingness to move forward from things that are no longer serving you. The Wheel of Fortune is essentially just fate and things evolving. We have morals with Judgment. Ace of Swords is clarity and a breakthrough coming forward. The Conqueror of Wands is passion and motivation to move forward. So again, I'm not really seeing where the solid message is. Okay. Let's get a moon card. Can I please get a message for group? A win-win outcome is forecast. Your commitment is being tested. And then we have emotions are running high. So the moon, going back to those first three cards, the moon is a card that does represent having heightened emotions or feeling things quite intensely. So the first 3 months of 2026 could be feeling really emotionally charged. I don't know if there was recently a change that has occurred in your life that is making you sad or that's making you feel a bit of sorrow. That's very possible. Again, the main thing that's sticking out to me is that hermit energy, right? Doing the self-reflection. I'm not gonna lie, this feels like a very boring 3 months. And maybe that's a good thing. It feels like we are reflecting upon ourselves, our lives, and perhaps what we want, how to obtain clarity so that we can move forward. Okay. Can we please get a message for group 3 on what changes are occurring for them? Oh, okay. I think my issue is, you guys, I am seeing that there is a lack of clarity in an area of your life, and I don't know what area of life that is, and it's making it difficult for me, again, to receive this message in a way that makes sense to me. So I'm having a hard time communicating with you guys on what you can expect because it doesn't make sense to me. There is almost like a loss of vision or a loss of... like, I don't know what I'm doing. That's what it feels like. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's true or what isn't true. I don't know what I want. It almost feels aimless, you guys. It feels aimless. It feels like avoid a course moon. It doesn't feel like we have a proper clarity on our direction. So maybe that is why the Hermit is standing out to me so much, because what you guys are going to be focused on in the first 3 months of 2026 is, okay, what do I want to do? I don't have a direction. How do I find that direction? And the reality is, you guys, the best way to find direction is to spend time with yourself, is to have an understanding of who you are. Know thyself, right? You can't possibly have clarity on what you want to do just in general in life if you don't know who you are. So that could be a really massive focus for you in the beginning of this year. We do have boundaries here, which obviously I think boundaries are always very important. You could be setting strong boundaries in the beginning of the year. We have the career, so perhaps making changes or moves within your career that's going to be beneficial for you. And then we have life purpose. Again, I think that this is more connected or related to what I was just now saying about the idea of knowing yourself, of understanding yourself, of having or obtaining more clarity on who you are and the way that you want to move forward, right? The way you want to rebrand yourself in 2026, the way you want to master yourself and master the direction that you're going in your life, just overall. Again, for me, this feels very much like a pile that is lacking direction, and it makes sense now to me. It makes sense now that we have the life purpose and answers. It feels like the purpose or the focus of the next 3 months is to have a better understanding of these things. Can I have a message? And also, there is no right or wrong answer, you guys. I feel like oftentimes people put a lot of pressure on themselves to have this massive, my life purpose is to adopt children or to take care of the elderly. And it's sometimes your life purpose is just not that. Sometimes it's far more simple than you think, and you don't need to put pressure on yourself to have this grand higher purpose. We have the gift here, we have pride, and we have loss. sometimes our pride can get in our way, right? Sometimes our pride can put us in situations that are not perhaps the most favorable. So ensuring or checking in with yourself, right? Like, am I doing this out of pride, or am I doing this because this is what I want to do, or because this is the right thing to do, because this is what feels right? Don't allow your pride to put you in situations where you are being held back. The loss doesn't feel like a loss to me, guys. I'm not gonna lie, the loss doesn't feel like a loss. It does almost feel like a gift. The loss feels like something that was inevitable, or something that we had to face or confront in order to receive the answers that we've been seeking. Okay. I think I want to pull a special deck for you guys, because I feel like this reading specifically is lacking a lot of clarity, lacking a lot of direction. So I do want to try to get a little bit more on that for you guys. Can we please get messages for group number 3? Oh, I don't like the way that came out, guys. This is 3 cards right here, but I do feel like I kind of just threw those on accident as I was shuffling. Okay, there we go. What is this? The Golden Mirror. Narcissistic, love-bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. Date. Get back out there, meet someone new. Setting a date online. Okay, interesting. So I don't think that these are love messages, you guys. The Golden Mirror almost feels like looking at ourselves through rose-colored glasses, right? Like looking at ourselves and our decisions and removing responsibility for current circumstances potentially. So again, that Hermit energy feels really, really important. It feels like your year is almost dependent on your ability to self-reflect, or at least the next 3 months, right? Your ability to sit down and reflect on what you want to do moving forward and how you want to approach the circumstances that you have found yourself in. And then a date is interesting. Setting a date feels like committing, right? Like I'm committing to doing this on this date. I'm setting a date for when I'm choosing to make this change, or to make this shift, or to focus on these things that I'm wanting to address, right? Yes, some of you, it could be you choosing to go on a date, and that's fantastic. But I just feel like the vast majority of it's more about setting an official date to start something. Can we get some final? 8th house. Endings and beginnings. Saturn. Taurus. Okay. So it feels like you guys are losing your comfortability in the next 3 months. Whether that is like physically you are losing comfort, or you are perhaps being put in situations that are uncomfortable externally, or you're feeling uncomfortable internally. But I do feel like you're losing your comfort. Why am I saying this? We have Saturn, the 8th house, and Taurus. Taurus is connected to love, but it's also connected to comfort and stability and things that we have. So I'm seeing this as your comforts are being challenged, or your comforts are things that you are losing, or things that you are perhaps losing. I wanted to put a nicer word there, guys, but the fact is, like, it just feels like there is a loss. The 8th house is very much, we're being put in situations where things are crumbling. Aries is action, Libra is balance. Okay. I'm gonna be honest, guys, I can't just leave the message here. This is where I've left it for everybody, or the other 2 piles, because it felt more clean cut, and your reading just doesn't feel that clean cut. So I do want to pull a few more piles, or a few more decks. Can I get a message for group? Okay, trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. We have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration on time. Breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. I want to get one more from this deck. Wait, it's not time yet. Things are being woven. And that's really what this whole reading kind of feels like. It feels a little bit like purgatory, where we're sitting and we're reflecting and we don't have clarity on where we want to go or what we want to do. Perhaps we are making plans, right? We're setting a date, but the action that I'm seeing feels very secondary. Like Aries doesn't feel very pungent in this reading. The Knight of Wands doesn't feel very pungent. So it's like, yes, there's action that's being taken, but it does feel like the majority of the next 3 months is very much waiting, right? Perhaps calculating or planning how we're going to approach things moving forward, trying to find more balance. Some of you guys may feel like you're running out of time. I want you guys to understand that as long as you are here, as long as you are breathing, as long as there is air in your lungs, you are not too late. You can still move forward with the things that you're wanting to move forward with. Obviously, I am aware that there are certain things in life where that is not the case, such as having children, right? I don't want to be delusional and be like, oh, you guys are 60 and you can for sure have kids still. Like, I'm not going to say that, duh. But if there is air in your lungs, there is still opportunity ahead. There is still the ability for you to change your life, for you to change the outcome of your life. So I don't want you guys to feel like you are too late. I don't want you guys to feel like it's too late for you to pursue this or to pursue that. But what I do want to encourage you guys to do, group number 3, is to sit with yourself and to have a good understanding of who you are and what you want. And if you don't know who you are or what you want, then you need to go out there and push yourself to have experiences, because this is not something that anybody on planet Earth can answer for you. This is not something where you are just going to wake up one day and someone's gonna be like, hey, you're meant to be this, or you should be doing this with your, like, you have to find that within yourself. That is a part of everybody's journey. And it's okay to be lost. It's okay to not know where you want to go. But if you're tired of feeling directionless or aimless, then I think the message here for you is to sit with yourself, to reflect on yourself. And if those things are not working, then you need to go out and push yourself to do a variety of different things so that you can obtain a better understanding of who you are or what you want to do. Okay, group 3. I am going to pull a unicorn card for you, and then we will wrap it up. One final message for group 3. Okay. There we are. I was like, gentleness. I would love just to wrap it up on gentleness, but that just, again, doesn't feel pungent enough. Be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness. Speak words of love. So it's okay. Like, you are not late for anything. Trust the wave that you are coming in on. Trust what is being woven for you. I do think it's important to sit and reflect and to be aggressive about how you are doing that. But don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to have everything figured out right now. It's okay if you perhaps just have like 25% of yourself figured out, or 25% of your life figured out right now, or 30% or 40 or whatever, right? Wherever you're at, it's okay. There is, again, still time. And then we have abundance. Enjoy the bounty of life. Your supply is unlimited. Blessings are coming to you. So do I believe blessings are coming to you, group 3? I do. I just think that it's not necessarily happening within the next 3 months. And I do think that there is that process of a need to sit and plan and focus on how we want to execute our plans. So in doing that, I do think abundance will become available, but I think we have to take that step first. Thank you very much, group number 3, for allowing me to do this reading for you. I do hope that this message was helpful. Again, it's okay if you don't have a clear direction or a clear vision of where you're going right now. Make sure that you are taking active steps to discover that. And yeah, that is what I have for you. Thank you. I love you. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.